trace the arc of fundamental human needs: food and the security of knowing we will have enough, shelter that keeps us safe, health and access to medical care, protection from those who would prey upon and enslave the most vulnerable. Beyond these fundamental freedoms, and they are freedoms, freedom from want and freedom from fear, lies another freedom, freedom of expression. The right to give voice to our aspirations and dreams, to condemn injustice wherever and whenever it erupts, to enlighten and inspire and move us to do what's right. Jeff Skoll didn't head from his native Canada to the Silicon Valley to make his fortune, but make it he did as the founding president of eBay. Nor did he move to Hollywood to break into the movie business. He moved to Hollywood to break through the movie business, to create an opening for the films no one else wanted to produce, films he knew needed to be made. Films like Denial, which you'll be able to see right here in this theater tomorrow night, a film whose message about hate speech is more relevant than ever before. Films that Jeff makes tell important stories, illuminate vital issues, and inspire people to act. Jeff headed to Hollywood as a hugely successful entrepreneur and as one determined startup social entrepreneur. Today, participants' more than 75 films have garnered 54 Academy Award nominations, 11 Oscars, and last year, Best Picture for Spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my boss and friend, the Foundation's chairman and founder, and a great social entrepreneur, Jeff Skoll. Have fun out there.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to just recognize again our Skoll awardees today, who are so inspiring. Second and foremost, I'd like to recognize Sally Osberg for all that she has done to build this community over the years. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, team. And now it's my privilege to award our highest honor, the Global Treasure Award. Previous recipients have ranged from Muhammad Yunus to Archbishop Tutu to Graça Machel, Malala, and the Dalai Lama. This award is to recognize social entrepreneurship on a global scale. These prior awardees hail from Bangladesh, South Africa, Mozambique, Pakistan, and Tibet. Their brave actions have made the world a better place for hundreds of millions of people. Tonight, we expand our geography of winners. For the first time, we add someone from the West, the global North, the developed world, and my goodness, it's an Irishman. But this is no ordinary Irishman. He's one of the world's most revered activists and statesmen, and he has another full-time job, too. Bono's husband and father of four, a global musical legend, and one of the world's most tireless activists for AIDS, poverty, and gender equality. He's taken one of his most strong abilities, his unmistakable voice, to put a microphone and an amp behind the voices of millions of people whose vital stories often go unheard. Well, Bono detoured here tonight from his global U2 tour preparation. In his day job, he's sold 170 million albums and won 22 Grammys. It's a life, yeah. It's a life of big stages. The job we celebrate tonight, Bono's commitment to wiping out poverty, is one of high stakes. I've learned a lot getting to know Bono better in recent years. He deeply cares about causes. He also cares about people. If you've interacted with him at all over the last few days or known him from prior times, you know he's absolutely authentic. And that's hard to do when you're a rock star, and there aren't many places where you can go and not be recognized. So Bono loves people. The other thing I've learned about Bono is that he is outrageously funny. So offhand, before the Skoll Forum team had a chance to meet him recently, they asked what he was like, and I said, well, he's sort of a cross between Mary Robinson and Sacha Baron Cohen. And I mentioned that to Bono yesterday, and so sort of at the end of the evening, after witnessing my expert interview with Jim Kim and various talks throughout the day, Bono last night pulled me aside and said, Jeff, you know, you're like Columbo, that police detective from the 1970s, where you don't know whether to take what you say seriously or just laugh. It's kind of awkward. So, touche, Bono. Suffice to say that Bono is a man of conviction and creativity, humor and humanity, daring and decency. He truly embodies the spirit of our Global Treasure Award. Please welcome Bono.
Hello, brother. Detectiveness. You're detective.
You are a detectiveness. Want to go say a few words?
Okay, your detectiveness. There is a kind of Columbo thing there. I don't even know if anyone remembers what it's like from the 70s, but the whole thing there is Columbo was like, he pretended that his genius was just an accident, you know? And he came up with these things. I've been watching you. I'm on you. And the truth is, this man has a will of steel. And he has willed these companies into existence. He's willed the Skoll Forum into existence. And he's willed some of us to be here. And we are so thrilled to be here, sir. Detectiveness. Your detectiveness. And today, you know, walking through the hallowed halls and the environs of Oxford and thinking about this treasure, and I couldn't but help think of my old French teacher, Mr. McGilligan, who said, who really didn't have much time for me. He said to my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, stay away from that boy. and on one occasion tried to run me over in his car. And it is just great to be here and not be dead on the Hoth Road with some tire tracks on my face. Now I think because I'm Irish, and to stop me from talking too much, Jeff, you wanted us to have a conversation, and I would love that. And I just want to say I'm actually I'm experiencing an emotion that I don't an awful lot, which is just utter humility in the face of these honorees who are just incredible. And I just can't believe I'm in your company.